Hello dear friends, welcome to the first video on this month's side quest. I've been very much looking forward to this, and yeah, we're going to get into a video about this particular event. I'm sure that a lot of people have questions, confusions and stuff like that, and do bear in mind we've got a spreadsheet in the link in the description which is going to cover the entirety of the month. The event in a particular tagline paragraph, the best way I can describe it is: you first of all go into incursions. When you're setting up a team, you may want to specifically set it up for the best run you can possibly do, or set it up with hashtag based champions. Those hashtag based champions will be able to do some of the various objectives you'll have available. Also, there is the outclass section of objectives which are class specific and reset on a weekly basis. You'll also have another currency which will be these danger room components. The further you go within the sector, the more components you're going to get. Also, there will be more components on offer based on the milestones that you get from just the normal kind of milestones you get from incursions, but you'll get stuff on your way. And then what you can do with those danger room components is spend them within the store. There's a lot of people that have this misconception that the rewards are actually bad this month. They're not actually, they're really good, because you'll have components you can spend in the store to get shards. You'll also have the objectives available to get shards. You'll also have the top zone bonuses or zone-based bonuses or room-based bonuses from going into the various different types of danger rooms. And the further you go, as I said, the more you're going to get. Yes, you will need to get successfully through those rooms, but there's also other things that are great on offer for you this month. Like, one of the great things about this month is if you are a Paragon player, you're able to get a 6-star Awakening gem and 7,500 6-star shards. Yes, there's relic stuff as well. Just by doing some of the tactical based champions in this. I have an infographic coming out after this video. It's actually the next video. The infographic will be available elsewhere when the video goes live. But this is a really decent thing to go and grab, and I really rate it. Also, because your champions reset on a 5-minute basis, which means you can use some of your best champions and favorite champions and specifically take down bosses that may have some scuffy nodes associated with them. But that's not just it. There's also some other benefits. And that has got to be Incursion, health potions and revives. This time, these are great. Normally, you can spend units to acquire them. I can imagine you can still do that. But for this particular benefit of this, on a weekly basis, because that's the thing, these do reset, which you can check out there. So 6 days, 22 hours. So it will reset. So if you do all the sums and totalize it together, and here's some interesting facts and information for you, that if you spend 46,000 of your components in order to maybe help you out get through some difficult elements of it or get you further, then you can get yourself 24 revives over the course of a month, and as well 120 health potions. Yes, they will be the lower level ones, but look at that, 120 health potions, and then we've also got 24 revives. Honestly, brilliant to see that. I don't think it's going to mean that this is going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination, but if you are looking to prioritize your Sector 6 run or a particular run in a higher sector, then you could at least look at this and go, okay, well, if I purchased, 1 week, a load of revives and health potions from this particular store, the danger store, which is this one on screen right now, then at least you can just have that in the background and go, right, well, I'll do the lowest stuff with strong champions and kind of just find my groove in the mode and then take it from there. It's also worth pointing out, and here's the thing, normally I'd be quite critical about the energy consumption this particular month in the side quest. That's the price. Zero. Nada. Nothing. That is something that I must say, if this particular event, depending on how, it's received by the community, it is fantastic to have an event where you don't have to spend any extra energy. I've got myself 10 full energy refills that I am looking to reinvest in different areas of the game. So that's fantastic, and I must rate that from Kabam. But something else to point out is that the top zone bonus, and as well, I'm not sure if the top zone bonus plays into this, because that's strange and striking that it's every 7 days. But if it is a case that are a 7-day refresher, do bear in mind that in 7 days, you might want to get re-involved with all of this, because, hey, look, you're going to want those danger room components. I think that this month, the kind of element and narrative around this will be seeing you more actively engaged and going through incursions. So that is some ways a good thing, but also a bad thing. As I've talked about in some of my other videos, there are some champions that are going to be really good for some of the new hacks in the particular game mode. People like Incursions will really like this month, but I'm sure that there'll be people that don't like Incursions that may be a little bit kind of perturbed that they have to go in and grind. That being said, though, you can really find some decent champions to interact. As I've said, the spreadsheet in the link in the description will take you to a particular options of new hacks and also champions to interact with it. And yeah, in a moment, I'll be releasing the infographic in order to help out with that 6-star awakening gem or higher rarity items that you might be going for. And just to clarify, the more chased and best items are within the hashtag blessed section. The hashtag blessed section is what you see on screen right now. The level 2, 3, 4, and 5. And one of the top tips, as I've said, is just get involved with some of the lower stuff. You can do this month all of the tiers. One thing that sets this Incursions apart from any other is being able to do lower content. So let's kind of give an example. So if I go to the tiers and drop down, so it says tier 1 there, but I can click tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, and the same thing when I set up a team. So just quickly set up a team for this. I'm not even going because these champions reset. You know, this can be really beneficial. Maybe it's a case I'll go, I don't know, Colossus. I'll go, I'll just throw some champions in any case, because what I want to just showcase is that once you click this, you can click the various different types of difficulties. You can do threat level 1 with a 44k team. You can do a zone, you could threat 2 with a high team, and so on and so forth. The big chase meta items or the big chase meta rewards will be in Sector 6. But here's the thing. If you feel that this is too much for you, Sector 6 or threat level 6, and if you feel that this is, you know, you're not doing so well in it, do bear in mind, it doesn't matter how far you go, it matters what champions you use for the objective, and some of those particular ones will be the ones listed in the objective for it. But as I said, I'm not kind of like, you know, completely repeat myself all the time. I've done a spreadsheet on this, and I've got an infographic that's going to help everybody out. That will be talked about in the next video today. But what I wanted to do is just kind of a showcase of how this month's side quest, the March update, works. And I hope this video helped out. Hopefully kind of like cover some things. I don't think there's much else to cover that's not on the section on my little spreadsheet, which is basically highlighting everything I have just mentioned. But yeah, and as I said, one of my top tips around this is if you're going into Sector 6 or further zones or the most difficult zone, hoard those revives and health potions that you get from the components. Does it dramatically take away from your grind? Well, if you've seen the farming totals video and basically everything's on the spreadsheet, then you can get an idea of what you can achieve and whether or not it's going to be worth it for you to invest 45k into your future farming in more difficult sectors. And also we've got spend scenario, so as well you can get an idea. Am I going to really part with 46k in order to get further and farther than you might expect or not expect of yourself? But in any case, that has been the video. That has been a little bit of how the side quest works. I'm going to get on with getting that infographic out as soon as possible. In any case, one of the great things about this month is you can do some of the higher stuff, but also you can do some of the lower difficulties as well. I mean, look what I'm doing right now. It's like I've just decided to myself, like whilst I'm just like blasting through this. By the way, I think that it would have been great for Kabam to be able to put in a auto play button in this, mainly because it's just like handy against this particular stuff when you do lower content. Look, you don't have to do the lower stuff, but I would recommend a lot of people just to kind of go through it because it's quite easy to do. Also lets you see some of the nodes itself, like what's already in there. And like it's pretty simple. Like if you got 6 stars, you can do some of the lowers very, very like easily. And as well, just gonna like build up stuff and also do some of the objectives if you so wish. I said so fish. Against the higher difficulties, you could pair up with a friend as well if you've got friends. But look, that's again like another option for you with this. And for me, I'm going to do some of the lower stuff. I will be like, this is basically like my strongest team. But if I decided to use my for example, Scarlet Witch. If I use my Scarlet Witch for this, she plays into the nodes. Hercules is just a bit too overkill for this lower tierage or lower threat level. But yeah, like that's really it. Get involved with some of the lower content versions first. Get accustomed to it. Get accustomed to the feel. I mean, I'm not really looking at anything boss node wise. There's tons of different types of boss nodes that are going to be very handy. I'm probably going to do like a hacks based video at some stage, but that's probably going to be as soon as I get further down into more kind of like more difficult areas. So look out for that one. But yeah, as soon as you start using some of the champions that play into the hashtags, and there will be a spreadsheet that will be out very shortly. Look out for that one. Then yeah, go for it. You know, first of all, let's kind of like Scarlet Witch. And one of the great things you can like see here, control denial. I think this is going to be one that plays into this one. There's control denial. There's so many different hashtags. So we're just going to like smash through it. Smash, 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 and smash, 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 smash. And then what we're going to do is quickly check the objective and just see if we've done any of the blessed ones. The blessed ones are going to be very important. So then we're going to go down, 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 down. And some of the lowers. There you go. Blessed level 1, because we're in level 1 at the moment. That I've done 5 of 54. It is very doable, right? It is really doable. And I think this is going to be a lot of fun. But in any case, that's been a video. Thank you very much for watching. That's been my top tips. And yeah, check out some other content located on screen right now. We've got lots of fun videos coming out about this month's side quest. Look forward to seeing you in them. Cheers. Bye-bye.